Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I have put together quite a few items, snack items, for you to be able to turn to when you're either hungry or you can take some of these on the go. Today is Friday night and I started on Tuesday. I realized not Monday. I didn't start on New Year's Day. On 4 full days of being back on keto. I don't believe I am in a state of ketosis yet. I do believe that it's going to take about a week, I would imagine, to get into a state of ketosis and where my body's going to be using my fat as fuel and not the carbs. You do want to look into, as far as when you first start off keto, whether you should... yes, you want to eat a ton of fats, but I've also read many articles where it says that your body already has enough stored fats, so you don't need a ton of fat starting off, so that you don't add a ton of fat to your diet, and your body will just burn off the fat that you already have stored from not being in a state of ketosis. I don't really keep track of every single thing that I eat. I think I focus more on the carb intake and definitely pay attention to any sugars that are in the foods. Let's see, but yeah, I'm not tracking my days necessarily as far as getting totals for the day. So I take Jason Whitrock's view on it, is just making sure that my carb intake is anywhere between 20 and 30 grams for the day, and my protein is moderate. Again, I'll have to look at what my macros were before and be able to adjust once I am in a state of ketosis. Okay, so let me start off with giving you my snack ideas. Here, my go-to these days are these right here, salt and pepper pistachios. Let me see what it is. Okay, so it's 5 grams of carbs for every half cup, which I measured out, poured out, so you can see how much that is. Can you see that? There we go. Okay, so this is a small salad plate. And these are fun to eat because they take a while to eat, so you get full much quicker. So I usually have about like this right there. And I'll also have some string cheese along with it. My manicure is terrible right now. Anyway, so string cheese, or I will have a slice of, this has the pepper jack cheese, which, as you can tell, I eat more of, and the Colby Jack as well. So that's really nice and convenient to have in one package. You can also take deli meats. I have roast beef that we haven't opened from a couple of days ago, and then also this ham and turkey combo. Let's see, this has 2 grams of carbs for every 6 slices, and only 1 gram of sugars, 8 grams of protein for the 6 slices. So what I also like to do is, if I'm like hungry but not ready to eat a meal yet, you can wrap your deli meats in a little bit of Philly cream cheese. That really turns out delicious. Or you can also use some mustard. We only have this spicy brown mustard right now, but we've had jalapeno mustard, if you can find it. I tried looking for it at Walmart the other night and I couldn't find it. But so yeah, this isn't my favorite, but I did love the jalapeno mustard because it just gave it a lot more flavor. Or you can just use regular mustard and that would be just as tasty. Okay, so I wasn't a huge fan of mustard in the past, but it's funny how your taste buds will change once you're on the keto diet. I actually really enjoyed mustard in my deli meats. But the cream cheese in your deli meats is a really great snack to have also, because you're getting your fats in at the same time and it's really filling. So, I loved that snack. I haven't had it yet, but I will. Let's see. So I'm trying to see Yeah, mustard is pretty much a freebie, and you're also getting your sodium with your mustards. So that's a really important thing as well. You want to keep your sodium levels high. Pickled chips are also a great way to get your sodium in. Yeah, they're really tasty. I only have like one or two because I'm not a huge fan of pickles, but whenever I just want a quick, like crispy snack, I will turn to these and just have a couple at a time. Cucumbers, I don't have these all the time. I remember I'll have to look on my Fitness Pal. I'll have to see how many carbs. I believe this does have carbs in them, if I'm not mistaken. And so you don't want to have them in a very large portion, but I love the crisp from this. And you can also use this as a dip for like sour cream. Another one of my favorites is stuffed jalapenos. This is really delicious. You can look up cheesy jalapeno dip also and be able to create that recipe. If you have a Google Home, they're really helpful as well to be able to come up with more keto recipes. So you just ask them for the certain recipe and they will guide you step by step on how to make it or which ingredients you need and what the next step is. So it's really nice and easy and hands-free instead of, using a tablet or your phone in the kitchen to be able to read all of the steps. She will just go ahead and read it off for you. So that's really convenient. I really enjoy having that in my kitchen. Parm crisps. I have brought this up in other videos. I'm not a huge fan, but when I'm looking for something crunchy, you can turn to these. These are fantastic for you. They have 0 carbs, 0 sugars. It's all protein and 7 grams of fat for 15 of these crisps. So crisps. My husband actually really enjoys these. I can only eat a few of them, just a few. I'm not a total fan of the taste. Do you want to come up with some sort of recipe to be able to have this nori? Because again, this has 0 carbs, 0 sugars, 4 grams of protein per sheet, and 13 milligrams of sodium. So yeah, they're really, obviously really great for you. I just need to come up with some. I'm sure there's a ton of recipes out there. I know you can make the cauliflower rice. I still haven't tried that, but because I guess I don't get really motivated. Okay, so I also have another video using zucchini and placing them in the oven, seasoning them with Himalayan salt and pepper, and placing pepper jack cheese on top. That's a really tasty snack that I love. If you like spice, that would be the way to go. If you do not like spice, then you probably just want to use like Swiss cheese or whichever other cheese you love to eat. All right, what else? I think that's it for the perishables. Besides this, I just showed you in one of my recent videos. This is, let's see here, what do we have? It has 1 carb per 2 tablespoons. So this, I really like this better than this brand, Little Salad Bar, better than, I think it's Holy Guacamole is what it's called. So I really like this. This doesn't brown as fast. Holy Guacamole, if you didn't eat it by the next day, it pretty much was trash. I mean, another important, crucial thing that you want to do definitely is to drink lots and lots of water. You should feel like you need to use the restroom every hour, essentially, because that's how much water you want to be drinking so you don't get dehydrated. Definitely want to be drinking water all day long. Throw everything back in the fridge and show you some sweet tooth items that you can turn to when you have a sweet tooth. One thing I forgot to mention is the great avocado. This is also a great way to be able to get filled up on some healthy fats and be able to get creative with it as well. There's a ton of Pinterest ideas as far as what you can fill an avocado with, or You can bake them. You can put an egg in the middle, in the center for a breakfast idea. I don't know what else I'm missing, but anyway, so yeah, the amazing avocado. I love this because of the texture, the creaminess, and it's very, very filling and satisfying. I've also made a cereal recipe or a cereal video using toasted unsweetened coconut flakes. You have to make sure they're unsweetened, of course, so that, which way are we looking here? So that there aren't any added sugars. But this has, let's see, 0 carbs, 1 gram of sugars per 15 grams. So I cut out the piece, so I'm not sure whatever 15 grams is. So you can toast your flakes. I went ahead and toasted some because I'm going to be doing some experimenting with some of the sugar-free cheesecake pudding. I'm going to see if I can give it some texture. And I went ahead and added cinnamon to the toasted cinnamon flakes, or toasted coconut flakes. I'm going to put some of the cheesecake sugar-free pudding on here. I might coat it with this, or coat the bottom with that just a little bit, 1 tablespoon. You get 1 carb per tablespoon. And then put the cheesecake pudding on top, and maybe sprinkle some coconut flakes on top, or you can also use like chopped macadamia nuts or walnuts, not walnuts, almonds, pistachios, if you want to go that route. But yeah, I'm just gonna do that because I like the crunch. A frozen dessert, there's just, for me, that's just fantastic. I don't know, it's very, very satisfying. I'm also gonna play around with, I'm gonna obviously do a few samples of each, and I'll record it, so I'll be able to post the fails and the successes of that supposed idea. So I'm gonna mess around a little with the sugar-free strawberry preserves using or sweetened with Splenda. Let me see, what do you get here? 2 carbs per tablespoon, so I can't use a lot of that. And peanut butter. I'm gonna try and create something with that because I do crave peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So this syrup, pancake syrup, I've mentioned many, many times, is my favorite by far. I do like it better than Carrie's or any other brand. Let's see, I think we've tried one other brand. It was like the store brand, whatever their brand was. But yeah, this tastes amazing, you guys. So even when I'm craving pancakes, like I'm really craving the syrup. That's pretty much what I'm craving. Occasionally, I do want to have, like, make the cream cheese fluffy pancakes that I do have a video of, and those are fantastic. Like, oh my gosh, fantastic, phenomenal. It just takes some prepping. And I don't usually have a ton of time to prep. So, but you guys have to check that video out. I will put that in the description for you. Okay, so I totally skipped over chocolate milk. So we were craving chocolate milk, or actually my husband was. He had a sweet tooth and we weren't ready for sugar-free pudding again. So yeah, he just put some of this in a cup. I'm trying to see, let's see. Okay, so it has 1 carb per cup. So that is fantastic. It really, really fulfilled our craving for chocolate milk. This does have, let me see, what does it have? Oh, this does have 3 carbs per tablespoon of chocolate. So the sugar-free chocolate. I'm not sure if there's better options out there because that does seem, oh no, okay, I'm sorry. It has 2 grams of sugar alcohol. So it's only 1 net carb per tablespoon, which makes it, I was feeling guilty for a second. Did you see me panicking? Oh my gosh. I'm also going to try looking for a way to come up with a healthy way of making horchata, like unsweetened or sugar-free horchata. Using almond milk, I did put a dash of cinnamon into this and then topped it with probably, I would say 1 or 2 tablespoons of the ready whipped cream, and that was really, really delicious for me. but I am craving horchata. It's weird how you just have cravings that you don't normally have. Once you're on a diet, you just crave something like randomly, and that you don't usually crave. So horchata, I mean, I do love it when I have it, but it's not something that I have all the time. So that was a weird one for me, but I am going to be on a hunt. You can find a ton of those, like mug cakes that you can make. I did try the cinnamon roll mug cakes. That was really tasty. Even my kids loved them. But I haven't tried too many of them. I tried the lemon cake, some sort of lemon cake. I can't remember, but it was like ended up taking 1.5 minutes for that. And that was really delicious. It was actually too much. It was too filling for me. I don't remember how many carbs it was. That was a really good one. But I'm kind of inspired on using this thing here. So if you have any great ideas that you want to shoot over to me, that would be fantastic, because we're in this together. It's great to be able to feed off of each other who are on this diet. Hopefully you guys have the right support, because I know sometimes it can get a little tricky as far as like people who aren't on the diet giving you a hard time about what you're eating and how silly it may appear as far as eating so many fats and so few carbs. You know, there is a misconception of absolutely needing carbs to be able to just live. That's what it is. You have to have carbs in order to have energy, for it to turn into energy, but it turns into glucose, and that is what we don't need, is a sugar spike when we're eating. So you know, there's a lot of debate, but it seems like people are starting to understand. Seems to be a lot more support for this ketogenic way of life. So yeah, that's the great thing about it, is that people do see just the positive results that you experience. And also just your clarity of mind. I remember feeling just really energized and very clear-headed, not bogged down with, you know, just from all of the carbs. Gosh, when I was off of keto, it affects everything. It really does. Just your mood swings, and it's just not a fun way of living, as far as, I don't know, I just felt guilty for eating such crap, really, and you just get in the really bad habit of turning to foods for comfort, which is one of my things too, is it just depended on what type of day I was having and what I was going through. And so yeah, a lot of that, I definitely turn to food, make my day feel better, but then you feel like crap afterwards too. So it's not a great balance to have. I will wrap this up. This is one of my longer videos. I will have a lot of editing to do, but I really appreciate any thumbs up if I'm really giving you some tips that you can use. I am not the type to, actually this was last year when I first started my second round of keto. I don't know, this is something that me putting videos out is not really my forte. It's not something that I ever even thought about, but somehow, some way, I felt the need to be able to help people, and so I do love helping people. So this is the only reason, besides also keeping me accountable, of course. But I do love to help people. So if you guys have seen some of my older videos and you guys have stuck it out with me throughout the past year, I'd love to hear from you. And I really appreciate the views, any thumbs up that you can give me, and subscribe if you haven't watched my videos before. Check out some of the other videos. I will add links to those so you can have some of the more delicious recipes that I've put out there. So I really appreciate it, guys, and I will catch you on the next video. Have a good one.